I want to say something. I want to address some of the controversy that is around the Church of God as a news person and from moral grounds. There are many who have taken it upon themselves to correct the ease of the church. We have to understand something that error cannot correct error. Bad cannot correct bad. If you see somebody on the street stealing and you take them and you burn them alive, when police comes and say, who killed this person? Who burned this person alive? You should be able to present yourself and say, I burnt him alive because I saw him stealing. The question is, all the jungle justice you see that are being done in Nigeria, oh, stealing is bad. Okay, how many of them can present themselves to the police and say, we want this person alive? None of them. Because they know what they did is wrong. So, there are many people who, in the name of speaking against the he's of the church, are committing blunders. They are uncultured in speech. They do such out of selfish motivation, and they will fail. So that which is conceived in the womb of controversy will only live on the milk of controversy, supplied from the glands of controversy. Please note that anything you are starting, anything you're doing in this life, and you take it as a point that let me use this, not just to report, let me use this with the aim of putting down people. History has shown that such people did not end well. See, you can't build on controversy. You cannot wake up and say, uh, check the people who live in marriage and they live based on controversy. And then they go and marry other people. Or go and check it. Let's say, for example, you are working with a boss and you became disloyal and you left. It just listen, life, what goes around comes around. Many say they are correcting errors. Why in their correction they have introduced what? Uncountable errors. If it is born of strife, it will not last. You see, the intentions matter a lot. You see, only few make friends without ulterior motives. The business or ministry or marriage born out of controversy will not last. Always know that. The intentions matter a lot. The days are here when people earn a fortune from the fall of another. Many people make videos for profit in the name of correcting men of God, but they are self-promoting. They are making videos on Instagram, on YouTube, or putting it on CD and DVD and selling it or whatsoever, or making it free on Facebook or whatsoever medium. The aim, the end, the ultimate aim is not to correct. How can you say that you want to correct Pastor ABCD and then you put it in a tape and you sell it to the whole world? It's like you know me and you saw me doing something wrong. You did not address a letter to me. You did not even send a private video or whatsoever to me or whatsoever means to reach me in private. You now come before the world and you say you want to correct me. Has the internet and social media taking away this thing called number 6? Has it taken away this thing called sense? So the question is, the pastor you want to correct, is it in the public? So when you say, God told me, go and tell Pastor ABCD, yes, go and tell Pastor ABCD. Did he say you should go and tell the whole world? You know, we live in a generation where people are sick. You are chatting with somebody. Conversations that should be private, a person releases it on the public. You are hearing about many things, right? Somebody have a beef with somebody and then they go on and you screenshot it or put the video and put it on the internet for your public to see. The question is, what does the public do? Those who put these things on the public, the people who are doing these things, can they live under the eye of public scrutiny? Should we say now, let's put a fixed camera in their rooms and on their bodies to monitor everything they do 247? That the camera will only have restraint to the bathroom and to their bedroom. The question is, how many people will allow that? We live in a generation of people who are sick, who at any little turn they want to go on the public. We live in a generation where people are close to people on Facebook than they are in real life. So you live in a generation of somebody you've not contacted, you've not heard of, you don't even know their state. You will go on Facebook and say, "Congratulations, sir, happy birthday." A sick generation. These videos are born out of the tomb, for a womb cannot conceive that. The intentions matter, and God sees that. Posterity will judge such people. What goes around will come around. These people are not mothers, but they are monsters. When you exploit wrong in the way to when you point out wrong in the way to exploit, embarrass, and shame the guilty, such act is not cancelable demonic. Many people, in the name of giving advice, literally insult those they are advising. This is not advice, but attack. Have you not seen people maybe in your life who, even teachers in school, when a child has done wrong, they don't advise. They will use that opportunity as a medium. Use that art as a medium to rubbish the shine, rubbish the parents, rubbish the future, rubbish the past, rubbish the presence of the child in the name of giving advice. Let's take a scenario. A child has done wrong. You will now be saying, you will not be serious with your life, oh. You will not be serious with your life. Useless boy. If you like, don't be serious, oh. So you are spilling good and bad at the same time. So while you are counseling the boy to be serious with his life, you're not doing it you're not doing it in the atmosphere of love. Neither are you doing such with the intention to see a change. You are only putting out hate. You're only expressing hate, but trying to cover it with love. So that people will say, I'm only advising him. Oh. I'm then trying to put in the wrong. Say, be careful. Many who are knowledgeable in certain domains feel they can speak to the church. I want to say to such men that were not educated. There are people who think they read history. There are people who think they know about neo-colonialism. The accountants, they have PhD. They study philosophy, psychology, and sociology. And they feel that because they are educated, that they can speak up. I want to say to such people that we are not uneducated. So the state when a person wakes up and a person is giving saying certain things like the church should not exist in Nigeria. How can we be the poverty capital of the world and they are building churches? Men of God should be this and that. I mean, people are not sitting down and reasoning from proper perspective. We fail to realize that there are nations where there are no churches, or there are very few churches, and they are poor. We fail to realize that this thing called poverty is not even something you can entirely blame on politicians per se. That it's a whole wide discussion itself. We can sit here and start discussing many things. We are well read and have expertise in many things, but we have through humility, abandon the pride of learning. People should be very careful. Those who have made it their life purpose to attack the church should think twice. Like I said, there's a difference between attack and advice. When you see a pastor go, sorry, on the pulpit and he's calling out names, you see, we live in a generation where there are people who will walk up to you and say, "Let me say this thing before your face." Then they will start spilling some rubbish. It's not boldness, sir. Some people will say, "I don't like putting anything in my mind," or "This one I've told you now is not my mind." That is foolish. You see, when you are growing in life, you are supposed to learn. That is, the things you did yesterday, you are supposed to laugh at yourself today and say, "Well, how come did I even do that?" You're supposed to what? You're supposed to learn. I remember growing up as a kid. I don't beat up kids like, but maybe if somebody, let's take for example, somebody was abusing my dad as a kid, I would just flare up and then beat up the kid. So there was a day I I beat up one kid, and the kid came with their mom to my parents, and my dad was there, and he said, "Okay, what did this child do to you that you were beating him?" I said he was cursing my dad. Oh, my dad was there. He was say, "Oh, say you're supposed to know that this is what children does now." My dad, oh, that they were abusing. He didn't even flare up. Hey, why you be shy? He was calm. As I grew, I look back at that incident and I saw that that was the best reaction that he did, that he had. And that was even the reaction I'm supposed to have had. Why? Because you grow. I have grown. So today, there are certain issues and will not flare up. If some such issue comes up now and somebody's abusing my dad, I just keep quiet. You don't have to speak back. You don't have to do things rash. You have to. I say, it's not even a sign of going to school. It's a sign that you are maturing. I say there are many people who go to school and they are even more. Well, I say they are becoming more uncultured. So those people should think twice. Such group of people, they are usually bitter because of their life experiences and challenges, and they are trying to justify the unjustifiable. There are people who maybe they've had a failed marriage, they couldn't make their marriage work, and they've not gone to Instagram, gone to YouTube, and they are teaching rubbish. When you see certain kind of movements that are being done around the world, oh, men are equal with women, women are equal with men, this and that. Listen, the the manner in the heart to which things are conceived matters a lot. Why are you saying men are equal to men? Are you women are equal to men? Are you saying it out of a good that, or you are trying to say it in revenge? So there are things that should be discussed. Why some things we are clamoring for are good, the intentions matter a lot. So you cannot say a popular person was heard saying that satanic verse are unbiblical. And even the church, oh no, sorry, person was saying that marriage verse are unbiblical and they are satanic. And the church of Satan replied him and said he's giving excuses for what? For his failed marriage. The church of Satan is replying such, saying that he's giving excuses for his failed marriage. People should be very careful. There are many people who maybe they were attending a church and something went wrong in the church. They will leave the church and go and form their own church. And then they will be brand as in be scrubbishing the church. There are people who, when they are leaving a workplace, they will not leave quietly. They will accuse the boss, they will say all manner of things. The same thing with church. So people should be very careful. We know that the church have problems. We know. We know that people have wrong things. It's like, let's say for example, you are living with you're married to your husband or to your wife, depending on your gender. And then your husband did something that was wrong. You don't bring that as something a means to which you now abuse him. Eh, this and that. You're not trying to correct him. Neither you're trying to fix things so that the marriage can work. You take that as an Achilles heel, as a loophole, and then you are banishing. For the atheist, the motivational speaker, all other who have no connection with truth and the God of truth are in no position, sorry for the mistake, to transmit life because they lack the very element they seek to transmit. There are people who are atheists, they don't want to correct the church. That is not possible. There are those who maybe they know they have certain kind of sources in life. Maybe they have money, they have fame, and they feel they can speak to the church. That is called abomination. Even there are those inside the church who feel they can talk anyhow. Correction is pointing wrong in a lovely and respectable manner. There are times, even if you even look at the people, some of these people who are speaking out and speaking out against these things, the medium to which they are speaking against these things are wrong. The manners are wrong. You know, in those days we had the respect for others, but we are living in a generation where there is no more respect anymore. No respect. People can just wake up now and be talking anyhow. People don't respect age. People don't respect position. People don't respect authority. There is no respect anymore. Attack is exploiting wrong in the name of correcting it. So they are teachers that say, the day you enter my trap, there are people or teachers that say, oh, the day you enter my trap, I will show you pepper. So they are waiting for what? Trap. Like when you set a trap for an animal, you are saying you are waiting for the time this animal will blindly or through whatever means get in. He's a fool who thinks he can put down the cause of Christ through his education and logic. There is no way you can reason this thing out. Oh, the pastors, they are tight, this and that. The pastors are getting rich while the members are getting poor. Have you not asked yourself that before there was anything called church that they have been poor people? Have you not asked yourself that? Before there was anything like church, before that was 2000 years ago, that they were poor people? They have been poor people. So the question is, if you take away the church, is that what is going to help the country? You know, somebody brought up a challenge and said that he's going to give the pastor of the largest church in Nigeria 1 million naira if he can actually answer and give him reasons why they should build a church. You know, I was saying to myself, is that not foolishness? The person who can build 100,000 capacity church bought the land. The question is the land that was even bought. Is it not more than 1 million naira? Then even the workers, you know how many people worked in that place? The contractor that was given that job, did he not take more than 1 million naira home? I laughed. You see, foolishness plays this up. A person will not know. Will not know. So speak against the he's of the church. Speak against the he's of the government. Speak against the he's in society. Speak against the he's in people's life. But we are humans. If a person sees wrong in your life, and then they say he's correcting you and he's insulting you in the process, you will not be happy. We are humans. We know when a person is insulting us. We know when a person is correcting us. I was speaking with somebody, and the person was uh, into Yahoo, and I spoke with him. I was angry that he was doing that. So what did I do? When he told me that, and the person was even saying, "Oh, let's talk. Call me." I didn't call him that day. Early morning the next day, I called him. That was maybe around 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I called him and we spoke. I gave him the reasons from different perspectives, from the God perspectives, from conscience perspective, from consequence, from the law. Gave him, oh, okay, leave this thing, take up a job, learn a skill. That is how to speak to people. You don't come out and you speak that you start abusing people. Such people you cannot change them. That is, you are taking it upon your father, the fact that the person is doing this. No, you a person no. People are not blind. We are not voodoo. So when you are doing anything, you are saying you are correcting error in the name of trying to achieve a personal front. God knows. The great need of today is not educated people, but people who have true love. They will make our world a better place. I'm not bashing education, neither am I saying people should not speak against wrongs. I'm not saying people should not be educated. I'm not saying that people should not speak against wrongs. But I'm talking about the manner to which we speak against these things. They matter a lot. So we should be very, very, very what? We should be very, very careful.